the Apprentice. I see you're still at it a week later. We haven't got you to quit yet. There's just one more to bust up, and we'll get on to the next part of the process of making clay. So let me know when you're done with that. Yeah, you can pop one in. Okay. Just bust that one up with that. Okay, since it was just clay and it hadn't been fired, we can bust it up, add water to it, and completely recycle it. Okay. And we got an empty cart now that we can put 2 bins that'll hold water on. The next step would be just to fill the bins. I'll let you do that a little bit. I'll get another shovel and help. Okay, good. The next step would be to add water to that. Yeah, here you go. I just picked up a new red hose at a rummage sale. Actually, at St. James Church. So fill it up till about until it covers the clay good. And then as it soaks in, sometimes air will bubble up, so it needs to be a little bit deeper than the clay. And then we will let it sit actually for a couple of months, because sometimes the bigger pieces, it takes a while for it to soak into. So if you dump it out in a day, you could dump it out and start recycling in a day or two, but you'll have hard spots and soft spots, and since it'll be too hard to wedge. But if we let it sit for about a month, it kind of evens out and gets consistent over the whole batch a little better. The one thing you don't want to do is dump it out in the middle of winter when it's almost freezing, because I did that once and my hands couldn't bear it. So that's why if it's on the cart, if the cart is strong enough, I can wheel it inside to where it's heated and put it by the stove for a couple days. But then the question is, how do we wedge it? Do we do it with our feet, or do we just do it standing over a table with our hands?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just going to use my hands.
Okay.
But if you want to, okay, that's good enough. Let's move on to the next process. Uh-oh, that is good enough. We have a fountain coming out the side. Okay, here's the next step of the process. And I have some here that has been sitting for about a week. And it's white clay. So it needs to be dumped out on this plaster bat to dry out. And I'm putting a cloth down between, so you can scoop it out and put it on the bat to dry out. And I put down a cloth because since it's white clay, I don't want to get it mixed with the red clay. It'll have red streaks in it. And then it'll dry there for about a day or two, depending on what time of year it is. If it's summer and it's real humid, it'll take longer to dry out. If it's winter and it's real dry and there's a stove burning, it'll take a shorter time to dry out. Okay. And then up in here, in this bat, the clay's been sitting there for a day. And it doesn't matter if you get the white clay mixed in with this red clay, because it'll wedge through there and be clean enough. But this just needs to be flipped over now, and so it'll dry on the other side. So you just lift it and flip it.
Do you want the white?
Yeah, it doesn't matter with the red clay, because it's going to be wedged through good enough. And so you can see the bottom dried out where it was by the plaster, the top's still wet, and it might be this afternoon where we can take that out and start wedging it.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's it for the next step on getting the clay ready. If you want to wash your hands and go back to decorating. Oh, wait, you can't decorate. You've got more bins to fill. You've got another bin to fill here. Okay, well, that's it. Stop back and we'll see if she gets that all done.